It's hard to educate a child, and even harder to educate thousands depending on you. Education is not mugging up books. Education is a rigorous discipline. Education is a commitment. Even before you come to class to teach, you help your child with their homework. You send your child to school, and then you get ready to face your own battles. One person, multiple roles, and you strive to do each of them justice. You may not be the best, but you give them the best you know. So don't give up now. Don't give up ever. Give yourself some time and credit. Be you every single day. Be you because nobody can be you better.
Hey students, this is Ambika, Master Teacher of Biology at Vedantu. Now, a lot of you children have been sending me emails and messages saying that you want some tips on how to motivate yourself to get started with studies, right? Because whatever said and done, at the end of the day, if you are not self-motivated to sit and study, nothing ever is going to help, right? While I would actually say that most of this has to come from within. It has to be a self-driven thing. Certainly, there are a few things that I can help you analyze and see where you have gone wrong or what is it that you need to think in the direction of so that you can definitely achieve what you want, right? So let's get started. The top reason that most of us don't feel motivated to do what we want to is typically procrastination. While this may sound like a fancy term, it's something that most of us are very good at doing. Simply put, we just keep postponing things and putting off things until the perfect moment arrives, right? That is what procrastination is. So if you are the kind of person who tends to procrastinate on a lot of things, especially studies, the key is to analyze why you have been procrastinating. Okay, so some possible reasons I can think of are perhaps that you think this is like impossible for you, this is something that is completely beyond your abilities, beyond your talents, or probably you think you don't have enough time, you don't know where to get started, you feel there is a lot of pressure from outside, you think sometimes at the end of the day, I may be able to do it, like probably on the eve of the exam is perhaps the right time, the perfect time to do it, and so on and on and on. But this never helps, right? So whatever your reason may be, first step is to try and analyze why you tend to procrastinate, okay? Reason number two that you don't feel motivated to study is that you feel overwhelmed and you feel just lazy by looking at the amount of chunk, the huge chunk of material that you have to cover within the next few days. This is a very, very common thing among students, and it used to be one of the common reasons for me, myself also as a student, to keep putting off things because just by looking at the thickness of my textbook, just by looking at the number of chapters that I had to cover, there have been many instances when I felt overwhelmed and didn't know where to get started. So that's reason number two. Reason number three is quite likely that you are not clear about your goals. Just think about it for yourself. Think about it at a slightly deeper level. You may tell me, ma'am, no, my goal is to score well in my board exams. Just ask yourself, what is your goal for the day, your goal for the week, and your goal for the next 3 months probably, because by then, I'm sure you would have been done with all your exams. So at least for now, make sure you're very, very, very clear, like a picture, like a crystal clear picture in your mind. You must be able to visualize what your goal is, because without knowing what the ultimate target is, you wouldn't know where to get started, how to point in that direction, right? How to, channelize your energy towards that direction. So clarity on goals is extremely, extremely important. Reason number four is that you are not clear about your basic concepts. This is also very, very commonly seen among students, because many times you keep putting off getting to the roots of a concept, and you just focus on, scoring improving your scores on the test that's going to happen the next day or the exam that's going to happen the next week, and so on. You somehow lose track of the fact that strength in basics is what is ultimately going to help you become a winner. Okay, so lack of clarity in concepts is my reason number 4. Reason number 5 that I want to list out is distractions. Now this can be anything ranging from social media, television, to distraction from your friends, or feeling self-distracted because of various different reasons, because you're an adolescent, you're a teenager, there are a lot of things that could probably possibly distract you, right? So these are also a reason why you don't feel the motivation to study. Okay, so now that I have listed out the 5 top reasons why you feel zero motivation to study, let's look at a few simple tricks on how we can solve this. So now coming to the solutions part. First of all, always keep in mind the mantra. It's now or never. Now especially is very close to your exams. We are approaching your board exams very soon, about 30-40 days from today you will be appearing for your final board exams, right? So we don't want all that final day, the final eve of the exam cramming to happen, because we have a lot of dreams and aspirations. We want to actually and genuinely do well in our exams, right? So it's now or never. So just to understand a little more on the importance of time and a little more on how not to procrastinate, please do go back to the playlist in Students Corner, one of my earlier videos. I think I did it a couple of months ago or a little before that. Please do have a look at that, saying it's now or never, which is where I talk about the importance of time, okay? Because this is a very precious gift that's given to all of us. All of us have the same 24 hours in a day, but the key is to understand the importance of every single second, every single minute. So yes, it's now or never gonna be done. Secondly, ask yourself, what do I want in life? Okay, what is it that exactly I want in life? Once you have analyzed and thought deeper into it and have got an answer to that, second question in your mind should be, what can I do right now for this particular exam that I'm going to appear for, be it my class 10 CBSE board exams or class 10 ICSE board exam, my state board exam, or my class 9 final exam, whatever is the final exam you are going to appear for within the next few days. What is it that I can do to improve my performance in these exams so that I can get closer to that long-term goal? Once you have answers to these 2 questions, there we go. You will certainly have much more motivation to get started with your studies. Point number 3 is for those of you who feel overwhelmed by the huge or vastness of the syllabus that's in front of you, go and follow the Promodoro Technique. Now, in my video on smart study techniques, I have spoken a little more in detail about the Promodoro Technique. So the Promodoro Technique basically simply believes on the principle that you have to focus fully, give your full concentration for 20 minutes at a stretch, and then take a 5 minutes break, and then sit down for the next 20-minute study session, and so on, until you feel at the end of about 2 hours that you have achieved something really great. This works wonders because your concentration in those 20 minutes should be only and only on the concepts that you have to complete within that short span of time, and not at all on your entire syllabus or your entire textbook list of contents. Okay, this is why it works wonders. Try it out and let me know how it works for you. And finally, children, make sure you create a very realistic timetable, because this is where many of us fail, right? Because we create beautiful timetables keeping in mind a lot of things. We often commit the mistake of being over ambitious and create an unrealistic timetable. So make sure you have enough time for sleep, study, meals and leisure, so that you don't feel overstressed at all. There are a couple of videos that I've done previously wherein I've given you tips on how to create your customized timetable. So for guidance, please do go ahead and watch those also. Make sure it is realistic so that you feel the motivation to get started with studies. And there we go. If you have anything more to add to this, please feel free to add, put it down in the comment section below. Until we meet again, this is Ambika signing off. Bye-bye.